Can you? What's wrong with your shit?
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Washington football team and the Indianapolis Colts. Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week, and we are underway here on EA Sports. Steven Sims now on the return. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
On the return, Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
You better play the players, man. Just 8.
And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down.
He's got exactly what you're looking for. The ability to not just diagnose
I think my
the
cousin
play
gonna do that.
quickly,
What's up? Thursday is what's the
nice job there tackling him for a
I think
loss.
we are supposed everybody's supposed to eat my cousin gonna cook. Yeah, but I don't know what she need cooked yet.
To a 2nd and 11.
So I'll find out though.
From the gun, it's Haskins. That's caught by the tight end, Herb Smith Jr. And he's
but everybody
down,
bringing
able
something,
to
though, is
slip
what I'm saying.
across the 35. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the end routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
Right back to him on 1st down. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The throw right sideline here is complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
24-yard gain.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 27. Now a give right side. It's Gibson. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21.
Ball carrier.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll try the left side.
You said
Gibson,
what?
and tackled down after a gain of 3.
You said what?
Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
18-yard line.
That's some good tackling.
Yeah, I love
him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
That's what I mean.
He picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold him to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Haskins. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21.
You say what?
A tough spot for Haskins in Washington here. 3rd and long after that last sack.
Yeah.
And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked up by
It was really, I really should have won. I turned the ball over twice in the red zone. Like on the 5-yard line and like
a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away.
But the last one,
don't get too greedy. He forced it there.
The last one, it's because he got hit when he threw the ball and he threw it short.
Marlon Mack, his first carry of the game. And he's got some space here. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That good for 22 and a first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle.
44-yard line.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
2nd and 9 from the 44. From the gun is Eason. That's complete to Marlon Mack. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
Eason on 2nd down. He completes this one to Mack. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. 13-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's going to find Doyle in the end zone for a Colts score. Jack Doyle there to make the grab. And the Colts are going to take a first quarter lead. And this is good to make it 7-0 Indy.
Is good. Makes the score Colts 7. Washington, nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Here's Sims to return. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Steven Sims on the return. Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Haskins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Malik Hooker, and they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. So that now 2 consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. You wonder if he's trying to do a little too much out there.
Well, I like where you're going with that maybe he's pressing it a little bit, trying to be too fine with his throws, or maybe overestimating his arm. It could be a combination of all of those things. In any event, he's got to get it figured out and in a hurry.
5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 45-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Mack. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down.
Colts 7. Washington, nothing.
On 3rd down, a run by Mack. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Eason. Completion here to Claypool. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Intended for
Chase Claypool, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Coverage.
To throw again. Eason toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Xavier Howard with a good coverage that time as he was there and knocked it away.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
On 3rd down, Eason. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And now look at him go. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick-6 for a Washington touchdown.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands? And off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
Game at 7.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And following the pick-6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick-6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
They'll get this quickly out to Claypool. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
2nd down. Here's Eason. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
To throw on 3rd down. Eason looking for Campbell downfield. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell, 66 yards. And the Colts have taken the lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And Sims says, let's bring it out to the 25.
They ain't never gonna eat that thing.
25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how.
It's a foot race. 30. 10. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Antonio Gibson, 75 yards. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
Ties the game at 14.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. There have been points on the board. We just saw back-to-back touchdown drives. I love it. I'm high-fiving our statistician, Christian McLeod. And you're angry. You're a defensive guy.
If you met one of my defensive coordinators, God rest his soul, I'm surprised he isn't in this booth right now wanting to really take you on. This is not football the way he sees it. He wants a good old-fashioned kicking game, defense, field position, and we're getting an up-and-down-the-field game here.
I'll take him. Where's his tombstone?
Blue Hill, baby.
This will beat the shit out of the Redskins did it yesterday.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Eason. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Chase Young in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses have their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. On 3rd down, Eason. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The coverage good that time by Kendall Fuller.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
Very good return that time. 18 yards.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
9-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. He'll layer this one out deep, and that's caught at the 25. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 39 yards there, a big one. They lulled them to sleep there, so to speak. That was all set up by the running game, wasn't it?
Another example of what all offensive coordinators tell us. When the running game's operating, it really opens up the playbook. And that's when they hit them with the play action. And you can see the defenders rushing towards the line of scrimmage, then scrambling back, trying to cover. Couldn't get there in time.
Well scripted. They had the big running play, now the big passing play.
Throwing now, Haskins on 1st down. He'll find Gibson here complete.
And able to get this down inside the 15, even the 13, 14 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Here's Haskins out of the gun.
No, take the ball out. Why are you swatting that over, bro?
And incomplete. He's trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, and it's 3rd and 4.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. They'll try the left side. It's Gibson, and he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington.
Antonio Gibson,
already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And Washington has taken the lead.
It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
This is Washington 21, Colts 14.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone.
Now a hit and a loose football.
As that ball got away from him and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. It's to Antonio Gibson, complete.
And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Haskins. And he's got it. And they corral him time just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there, because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And Washington going to add on to their lead. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14.
28. Colts 14.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Isaiah Rodgers on the return. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And now the clock reads precisely 1 minute to go in the half. You want to run the 1-minute offense? This is a good test right here.
It certainly is, and definitely not a time to think about kneeling and going into the half. This is a chance to attack a little bit, but not having to get everything in one shot either. 10 yards here, 15 there. Work the sidelines, work the clock, give yourself a chance for at least a field goal going into the half.
A run by Mack to start the drive. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. At the 35-yard line.
Intercepted by Washington.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
On 2nd and goal, Haskins. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington.
Number 17, Terry McLaurin.
Terry McLaurin as the first half is winding down. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further.
Is good.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. The final shot before break. Eason.
Bro, look at the every time I gotta
this
put
half
it
is
down.
intercepted.
Nobody.
Picked off by Landon Collins. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They go right back to Mack. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32.
Chase Young on the tackle. That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 3.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Eason going to throw it out of the shotgun. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first.
10 at the 49-yard line.
They go play action with Eason. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Jack Doyle that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
The coverage.
Throwing again. Eason. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. Well, earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down. A nice safe throw and a good one.
Xavier Howard with a good coverage that time as he was there and knocked it away.
On the coverage.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as they'll go for it on 4th down. Eason sets to throw it. Got an open man. That's Campbell. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from 4th down to 1st.
1st and 10.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. His pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. It was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
I think he got a touchdown.
Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep. It got his man complete. Give him 30 yards there.
I'm seeing a lot of guys shaking their heads on defense right now, particularly in the secondary. And when you see that going on, that is never a good sign. But it's understandable. They've been shredded so far.
They'll run on first down. Gibson. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Off the play fake. Here's Haskins.
Oh, I thought that.
Smith catches left side. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
A gain of 14.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. The DeForest Buckner using those big hands and getting in there and bringing him down for the sack. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now Haskins to throw it. The throw taken in by Sims. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
3rd down. Here's Haskins. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
But it brings up 4th down.
And Ron Rivera, he's going to keep the offense on the field. They're going for it. They'll try and run for it. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down.
Washington.
So 1st and 10. And if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And now his throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. From the gun, it's Haskins. And yet again, Haskins is intercepted. 3rd time. Picked off by Kenny Moore. And they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys, let's go. Come on, capitalize on this one.
Oh, another touchdown. I get
gets to him and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Chase Young picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
2nd and 12.
Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Now back. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5.
The ball carrier.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Colts on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Here's Eason off the play fake. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short.
but it's 4th down.
He'll get this one to Pittman. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Down at the 23-yard line.
On first down, Jacob Eason. They'll run the screen with Mack. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13.
He's crazy. He's checking crazy.
From the gun is Eason. Able to hit his target, Claypool. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
To throw on 3rd down, Eason. And that will be incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
Check Mike 27. Check Mike 27. Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. Mike 27. Mike 27. Mike 27. Check Mike 27.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is incomplete. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. 1st and 10 and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Ball carrier.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there. And I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory. And as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think you may want to keep them cranking high right here.
Washington on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. And that is incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And his kick is indeed good. And that will extend the lead out to 24. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1, because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now. They'll throw on 1st down with Eason. Catch made here by Campbell. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Complete.
Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play, because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
57, Mike, 50. 57,
Boy, and now they can't even get a playoff. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5.
But I'm out here playing like butt.
So the delay of game penalty moves it back 5. That makes it 2nd and 10.
Nah. Feel like a game
out
delay.
of the gun, here's a give to Mack. This will be a short gain of 3
the
before he's
like
brought down at the 22.
Carrier.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 8.
Brings up 3rd and
I'm
8.
not probably get 1,000 anybody's receiver.
Off play action. Eason. And he cannot
I said I got sacked. I just got sacked.
Washington pass rush gets home. And Daniil Hunter, he's the one who gets in there and brings him down to the ground. Here's Matt Hawk now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that will skip out of bounds right at about the 18-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They've got a chance now to put this game away following that last defensive stop and punt. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. He's brought down there by Kenny Moore.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively.
On 3rd down, Haskins. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
13 yards there and a Washington first.
A gain of 13.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
Haskins going to try to throw it. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Well, NFL quarterbacks have learned the hard way. You're not going to get rich throwing against this guy. He's definitely too good. And this is now his 2nd interception of the ball game. And if I'm running the offense, I've got to tell my guys, you've got to go work on the other corner.
First and 10, Eason. That's caught by Hollister. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Out of bounds.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and
from the gun. Eason.
Oh,
and now here's another interception. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
They'll take over.
The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Gibson. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 3rd and 15 coming up after that loss of 2.
2 yards. And it's 3rd down.